Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 6 starts now.
The Clawson School District is losing students at a high rate. That means change is coming, and it could be painful.
It's a tough new reality today for local shops that once depended on the sales of vaping products.
And a wallet full of cash swiped off a gas station counter. Wasn't long, though, before it reappeared. Good to have you with us for Local 4 News at 6. That's thanks to a community effort on social media.
Video of the thief taking the wallet reached enough people to start a shaming campaign, and then came a big surprise. It all happened at the Valero station at Tyerman and Hubble, right at the border of Dearborn and Detroit. Sean Lay walks us through this odd turn of events.
It happened right here at the counter. This camera here captured the whole thing. When people saw the video, they started sharing it on Snapchat like crazy. The wallet thief apparently saw himself on Snapchat. He decided to bring the wallet back, but was anything left in it?
If you've ever left something behind by mistake, you get that pit in your stomach. Imagine how this guy feels. He leaves his wallet on the counter of the Valero at Hubble and Tyerman in Detroit. The next guy in line casually slips that wallet right into his pocket. The wallet was packed with cash, hundreds of dollars for his family, according to his family.
What happened was he showed me a picture of the guy taking the wallet.
Lysanders Marquez knows the victim.
The guy that lost the money, I wish I'd have gave it to him because he was just such a nice guy.
In fact, that man was so upset about his wallet and cash being taken, he staked out the gas station waiting to see if the wallet thief would return.
It's 2 days in a row trying to see if he could see that van. It's a working van. The guy's a working class guy.
At the same time, this video was being shared all over WhatsApp and Snapchat, along with comments from people so outraged that they threatened to track the thief down themselves. Now look what happens. The same guy brings the wallet right back to the gas station and dashes off. You can clearly see the type of work truck he was in.
So the guy brought it back with all the cash in it?
No, there was no cash in it when he brought it back. He just brought an empty wallet back.
You leave it in outside in the store.
He brought the wallet back?
Yeah.
Did it have the cash in it?
No.
Was the money in it?
He took it.
Bottom line, he took it. The video we're collecting on this today appears to be the same day when the guy takes the wallet, then brings it right back after feeling the heat from people online. But again, that wallet, no more cash left in it. We're told that he's a regular there. People are looking out for him right now tonight. We're live tonight. Sean Lay, Local 4.
Okay, Sean.
We have seen light rain lingering over much of Metro Detroit on the heels of what we saw yesterday, which was record-breaking warmth.
You're right. So our Mount Clemens Sky Cam, they're showing wet weather still in the area. And then there's more on the way.
Yeah, Kim and Devin, just when we thought we would get everything out of here, you can just see those light showers redeveloping on the back end of this as they start to continue to move through the area and right over the city of Detroit. We're seeing a good persistent shower. In fact, our camera from downtown, trust me, that is downtown, is pretty much covered in wet weather right now. But temperatures are in the 50s out there. Plus, you've got that wind out of the northeast. It is bringing in drier air. It's getting rid of the humidity, but man, is it chilly out there. We're going to be in the 50s all night tonight, and that rain is likely going to continue at least through midnight. We'll tell you when that finally shuts down. And don't forget to download our Local Forecasters app. You can track the last of the rain coming through. Interactive radar, severe weather alerts, and a lot more, all in the palm of your hand. Download it for free in your app store by searching WDIV. Devin?
Ben, Clawson School District parents received a surprise in their email boxes today. The superintendent fears the school district's future is not looking all that bright, which means major changes are on the way. As Rod Maloney tells us tonight about what the district might have to do, parents are reacting.
Clawson has 2 elementary schools, a middle and a high school, and it has declining enrollment like so many other districts around the state. The problem, of course, with that is that with declining enrollment means less state money to keep your district open. And so now the question becomes, what do you do? This letter explaining the district's losing about 80 students a year now went out this morning and also spelled out the larger problem. Back in 2010, the district had 1,875 students. This year, 1,480, or 21% fewer kids. Clawson school parent Tammy Maloney did a double take.
I'm surprised based on the fact that they do have an open school district and many come to Clawson that don't necessarily live in the district.
Among those from out of town is Dawn Haggard of Ferndale, who sends 2 children here.
school of choice because of the better district, the better school district that they have here, and the diversity in the school itself, and a lot of their curriculum.
The school superintendent told parents what it all means. The district's looking at 3 different options: changing building configurations, or more than likely that means closing a school or even 2, or merging with another nearby district. Troy schools are the likeliest partners so far. The third would come from other suggestions the superintendent soliciting at a scheduled public hearing.
It is troublesome if they close down Clawson schools and we have to drive outside of our district to get the kids to school.
Class sizes, they're a lot smaller. There's more attention to your student.
And so the letter goes on to say there is some good news, bad news here. The good news being that at least for the time being, the next 2 or 3 years, they have the money to be able to run the school system properly. It's the out years that they're concerned about, and that's what they're planning for. Devin, back to you.
Well, Rod, quickly, a note about this public hearing the district is planning.
Yes, it's going to be at the school auditorium, 7 p.m. on Wednesday, October 16th, and it's only a meeting to discuss the options and to talk to the school board about it. They won't be making any decisions that night, but they'll do another one on the 28th at 7 p.m., and it's likely they'll be probably looking to do more then than they will in the initial meeting.
All right, first one 2 weeks from tonight. All right, Rod.
The governor's 6-month executive order banning flavored e-cigarettes begins in earnest today, and anybody who uses them or vaping products isn't happy about it.
Not to mention the stores that have been selling those products. Jason Colthorpe back with now a look at the economic impact of the ban, Jason.
And it's a real impact, guys. If this ban becomes permanent, many vape shops believe they will have to drastically shake up their business plan just to stay afloat.
Hey, good morning, sir. Sergeant Sue Sala, Clinton Township Police Department.
The ban on flavored e-cigarettes and vaping products goes into effect today.
So everything looks like you're in compliance.
And local law enforcement is ready to crack down in the name of protecting our children.
The second to last thing we want to do is harm small businesses. But the last thing we want to do is stand idly by while our children are targeted.
Bubblegum flavored vape, cherry flavored vape. Who do we think this is made for? It's made for teenagers.
But it's also made for adults.
The majority of my customers are over 21 years of age, maybe 80–90% of them, and they come in with their intentions of pretty much getting off of nicotine completely.
Brandon Jajika runs the Vapor Shop on Gratiot in Clinton Township, and he has a lot of empty shelves today.
I have both of these showcases. This one and this one were full of different brand e-liquids, all flavored, that are all gone. Got a lot of stuff. It's sad because they're all, just dead inventory now.
Inventory he says he's never marketed toward or sold to children.
I've had, young kids try to come in here and they're immediately kicked out of the store.
Jajika expects sales to fall by at least 50% because of the ban, a ban he thinks is unfair, and not just to the shops, but to the adults who vape as a way to quit nicotine.
They don't need the nicotine, but they love their flavor.
Jajika is like a lot of folks in this area who are hoping maybe some tweaks can be made to the ban, like renaming some of those flavors so they don't seem like they're blatantly for kids, and maybe they can create an avenue for adults only to get these. But yeah.
But a huge ripple effect here.
We see so many of them. And the other one that we kind of touched on at 5 is that, and nobody thinks vaping is healthy. Sure. That's important to say. But by taking them out of the stores, you lead some to try and find it online, and that can be so
even
much more
dangerous. Yes.
It's very strange.
Weird place where police come up and think that better be marijuana in there rather than vape juice.
Right.
Isn't that strange where
it's
we are?
Just amazing.
Yeah. All right, Jason.
Eastern Michigan University police are investigating an armed robbery on campus. It happened at the Cornell Courts apartment. We're told the student was returning to their black Dodge Charger when 2 men flashed a gun and demanded money and the keys. They then drove off, taking the student's car. That student was not hurt. Anyone with information is asked to call EMU police. Police say they will be increasing campus patrols this weekend.
A man caught on camera assaulting a woman at a hospital and accused of a similar crime then again is back in custody. John DeLees seen in this video beating up a 19-year-old woman who was waiting to check in at Beaumont Hospital in Dearborn. This was 2018. He was a patient there, known to bother other people. He was actually discharged the same day of that assault. DeLees allegedly punched another woman at Garden City Hospital in June. Since then, he'd been on the run, but he has since been found. He's been arrested. A psych evaluation was ordered at a hearing that was held today.
We have a Local 4 News update on Paul Whelan, the Novi man who's been held in a Russian prison for months now. U.S. Ambassador to Russia, John Huntsman, is leaving his role, so that is somewhat of a setback in Paul's case, as Huntsman has been Paul's biggest advocate at the U.S. State Department. Huntsman did visit with Whelan today for about 90 minutes, and at the end of the meeting called for him to be released. Tonight, the Whelan family remains hopeful that with a new ambassador and the support of the U.S. government, that Paul will return home soon.
What a long odyssey that has been. Let's check in on the national stories that are ahead here at 6:30 on NBC Nightly News.
Lester Holt joins us live from New York with a preview. Lester, good evening.
Hey, Devin and Kim, good evening. We'll have the latest on the scene of that deadly plane crash in Connecticut, including late details on the plane's final moments. Also part of our continuing series, Your Money, Your Life, why our changing spending habits may be costing us in ways we don't often think about.
Yeah, and we've definitely seen the way spending money has changed with apps and phones.
Yeah, right. If you're one of those people who rarely carries cash, like a lot of us, take a close look the next time you actually withdraw from an ATM. Tonight, we'll look at how much more Americans are being charged to withdraw money.
Yeah. All right.
To get your own money.
Your own money.
Exactly. Yeah. All right, Lester.
Yeah, to your own money.
Yeah. All right, Lester, we'll see you again here in about 20 minutes. Well, you know the advice from doctors, get your flu shot. We've been hearing that a lot, but something is different this year that might have you taking action sooner to protect your family.
We'll have that coming up. Plus, the reason this former priest is no longer facing any criminal charges for allegedly molesting an altar boy. Next.
The ads, they're all over social media, Instagram, Facebook. Products that claim they can make you look younger. Do they really work? The ultimate product test starting at 6 a.m.